Hi, my name's Wendy Brennan. My company is Soundnotic.com, and today I am with Peggy O'Neill. Her business is Stay True Wellness, and Peggy is an aficionado of helping people with their media needs, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. She's my social media gal. So, one of the things that we're going to do, since she wants to understand my business so well and help me the best she can, is do an inner voice today with the software that we use to help people. And I've told you a little bit about inner voice, Peggy. Do you have any questions about it?
I'm so excited to see what happens. I listen to some frequencies and they're usually pretty general. So to have a better idea of what specific frequencies I should be listening to help me align my vibe, if you will, would be so awesome to learn. So I'm super excited to see what
Me
you
too.
see.
So, inner voice is what I'm offering for you today. And that is going to allow us to capture 10 seconds of your voice. You have 24,000 frequencies in your voice it's going to pick up, and it's going to compare it to the blueprint frequencies that are in the software. And its goal is to find out the three that you're overexpressing in your conscious and the one you're underexpressing. And then it will produce a report for you and some MP3s, which I'm going to email to you. And we will listen a little bit today, but I also want you to know that you can open those on your email later. I'll give you the instructions, and you can listen to them anytime you want for as long as you want. You can't really overdo it.
I'm so excited.
Okay, good. So you can see my screen now, and you see where I'm pointing up here. It has the microphone and the heart.
Yes.
That one's going to allow me to also produce a report as opposed to just coming over here and just doing your voice. So I'm going to go ahead and click this, but as soon as I click it, it's going to do a countdown. You're going to be able to see it. It's going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, sometimes it hangs up because it asks me for permission for your voice, and it may or may not do that. So I, when it starts moving quickly, like it looks like a runner taking off the gate, and it starts moving, then I'm going to want you to say, I am Peggy O'Neill. And then you are welcome to speak anything you want. If you're uncomfortable and you're like, I'm not the kind of person that knows what to say, you can just say the vowels A-E-I-O-U and start counting from 1 up to 10. But really, what I want to capture is I am Peggy O'Neill in about 10 seconds. Is that good?
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
I
Oh,
am,
I
oh,
got to allow it.
okay.
But as soon as I click this, it's going to go. Here we go.
I am Peggy O'Neill. I am so excited to be here today and experiencing what an inner voice scan looks like. I
Great. It caught
okay.
it all. There you go. All right. So now we're going to wait for it here just a little bit to run through.
How
We do have a module in here called Easy Scan, and it will do this. It kind of combines a inner voice with a modified vitals, which is kind of fun because people can see their food sensitivities for the day.
Oh,
They can,
wow.
yeah, it provides them. Yeah, they're not allergies. It's just saying that today you might have difficulty digesting cashews. So if you can avoid it, it's good to know.
Yeah. I'd like to avoid discomfort if possible.
Yeah. And it will show you things that you can infuse into either water, or if you had like a little sugar pellet or something consumable, you could actually put that on your screen if you have the software, and you could infuse those remedies that they want you to put in there. It's homeopathics and some other things. And then you could ingest that. That would help with your frequency. It's a really fun little thing. But right now we're isolating it out just to inner voice. Okay. And so if you'll see here, we'll start at the top and just work our way down. So pulse tones is the section I learned on when the very first 2 years the company had launched the AO scan, they only had classic tones. And classic tones, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's great. But what happens is when you play back your tones, you're going to get 3 minutes in each one of these sections that it wants you to listen to. And so it limited it to 4 songs. And after about 2 years, you could see people were like, can we have more options of songs?
Hmm.
So Lauren Swinson, who created this, instructed the engineers, like, let's offer some more songs. So when we get down here, I'll show you all your options of songs. So I'm going to just teach you over here because that's kind of what I always
Sure.
use. All right. So what this is telling us right now is you are displaying in musical notes, being overcompensating in B, F sharp, A, and then undercompensating in E. So it just wants you to listen to these four tones, which are going to be buried in your music you're going to see in a minute here. Okay, I have a drop down here. I could choose any of these. I never mess with it. I don't know, I just love Tesla, so I'm sticking with it. I think it's great. I don't know everything about these over here, but we did hear that putting it on the square sign can help build T cells. So why not? Let's just do that. And then I never change it off for. And then this is what's fun because you can play with this later. You won't be stuck with the music we choose today, but there are a lot of different choices in here. It defaults to Piano Bliss, but when we listen back, you can choose these four are the classic ones that are over in the original side I showed you. And ambient means very calm and soothing. So if you're the kind of person who likes to meditate, that's great. And if it's midday, like 3 o'clock, and you're like, "Whew, I'm feeling sluggish," you could do something a little upbeat and give you a little energy.
May I ask a question?
Hmm.
Can you scroll back up and tell me about what it means to overcompensate on certain notes? Because it
Yeah,
typically in
it just means emotionally that you're over expressing, and it wants to kind of pull that back and give you a little more balance with your emotions.
okay, so I'm over expressing on B, F sharp, and A
Yes,
under an E.
yes.
And to balance it, the ones below it are what I should listen to.
Yeah, and a really
Okay.
great analogy to that is if you think about it's not the exact same thing, but it's a good analogy, is noise canceling headphones.
Hmm.
They actually put the exact opposite signature of the noise through, and it cancels out the noise. You can't hear the noise.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're putting the opposite signature on, and it's going to get you more balanced.
Will we see, like, is there something available to look at what it means when you're overcompensating these certain notes? And
Yes,
awesome. And I don't
yeah.
mean to jump ahead the cart before the horse kind of thing, but that's my mind. My,
Yeah, so up here where you see this, I
uh-huh.
chose this one because it is going to generate a report for
Okay,
us.
okay. All right.
Mhm. All
Question.
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And I'm going to go back up in the middle here because this is actually going to move when you're hearing this go because your tones are going to come in like this.
Like
If
a
you see my
wave.
fingers, they're going to go bonk, 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 bonk. And then they're going to switch notes and go, uh, but all
Should I
that's going to be buried under the music.
should I put these on for this experience then? I have headphones. They're not like noise
Yes, yeah. If
canceling,
you
but
want them
it'll
like
be
more in your ear,
cool.
that would be
Okay.
great.
All right. Give me a sec here. Should be good. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I
Great. And
can.
now I can hear you and I can hear you inside of my ears. So, okay.
Good. And
Let
if
me
you
just
own phone conducting headphones, or if you were with me, I would have stuck those on to receive your voice. We
mm,
still are going to do great. It's just in grades of good, better, best. And what's better is to pick up the vibration off your jawbone here. That's why it's on phone
yeah.
conducting. Yeah,
Okay.
but
This
it's
makes
great.
sense.
It still picked up the resonant sounds and everything. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, and it defaults to 5 minutes, but we could choose to listen for 10. If I hit continuous, that means, we're going to listen until I stop it.
Very cool. And if I
Okay.
had this at home, continuous, I could listen to it while I go to sleep.
You could. I tell people put it low enough that it doesn't wake you up, but it's, soothing and relaxing and helps you fall asleep. And then I tell people, some people are really busy. I'm like, you do not have to sit there for 10 minutes. Like, get it going, then go brush your teeth, bring your device in the
Hmm.
bathroom with you, brush your teeth, get dressed, whatever you want to do. It can be in the room with you.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I know people that I have a friend does a lot of driving. So as soon as she gets back in her car, she immediately pulls up her inner voice. She might even run a new inner voice because if she hadn't done one since the morning, now it's late afternoon. She's heading home. She's driving an hour and a half. She's pulling up her inner voice and she's listening to it all the way home, gets home in really good shape. Okay, so I want to explain to you, since you don't know at all what these sound like, I'm just going to ask you, would you prefer something upbeat right now, or would you prefer something more like meditation?
More like meditation.
Okay. I'm
That's
going to
my
recommend
usual.
calming. Okay. I'll recommend calming. Then it comes in real slow and ethereal, and then it layers on a little bit more. But I love this one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click pulse cycle, and that will allow you to listen. For the sake of the recording, we'll probably only listen 20 seconds if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay. Like I said, you're going to get it on email. You can listen as much as you want. If I'm with a client, I will do a minimum of 5 minutes. It always comes in with the tones first, and then the music starts overlaying. And I can adjust the volume now to make it much lower and make that much stronger. For the recording, I'm going to make the music louder.
Thank,
Okay. I feel bad cutting it off so soon. Isn't that
thank you.
nice?
That's okay. Yeah, it's interesting because in what I listen to, it's usually like the frequency stuff. So you've got three numbers and it's a hertz kind of level. With this, it's it's like the almost like the binaural beats
Very,
almost in a
very true.
way because
Yeah.
you've got those layers of sound. And when I listen to the frequency stuff, it's like I'm missing out on this extra layer that is incorporated here because those tones that were identified with my kind of deficits and overcompensating and such are being integrated in as well. And that's so cool because that's something new and different for me. And I really love that on the screen that I'm seeing, those codes that the notes that are playing all have their own color code. And with that visual of
Hmm.
sound, that circle and as it shifts, it's changing colors. So I know that that note is being reflected, like it's moving on to that next note. So that's really neat.
Good. You're very observant. That's awesome. And they correlate to the color of glasses that you could be wearing if you wanted to focus on supporting what the report is going to show us later. So,
Very cool.
yeah. Okay. So, not everybody's familiar with the color glasses, but that color therapy is a thing. It's been around a long time. So, um, either putting on those glasses or looking at a shirt that might be that magenta color, all those things can help you promote what the report is going to say they promote. You might go, yeah, I really need some support and confidence today. I'm going to wear this color. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Because that magenta, I have a skirt that color. Maybe I should wear that later on
Yeah,
today.
or just look at you. Yeah, you could. Yeah, or look at it. Put it out to where you can
Oh,
actually see it,
cool.
or just keep looking down at yourself. Yeah, if you need if you feel you need support in the area that the it's going to tell us.
I
All
can't
right,
wait to
so
find out.
yeah, so then what I would just do next is I'm going to click reports and generate that for you. That just takes a second, and then right here up on the top right, I can email that to you right now. And
Awesome.
I'm going
There
to
I am.
include, yeah, so there's your report, your audio files, your Pulse audio file, and I'm going to
Awesome.
shoot that off to you. Now, I know when we set up your profile earlier, I had you go look for an email and verify in the link,
Hmm.
which you did. So now you're going to get two additional emails. They're both going to say they're from AO Scan.
Okay.
And the one I really want you to open up is the one that has report. And you don't have to do it right now while we're on the phone, do it later. But the one that says report, the reason I want you to open that one up is it's going to look like the screen is going to be very familiar to you.
Very awesome. I'm excited to look into that and see what it says.
Yeah.
And even on our call today, like you even going over like, here's the report breakdown would be super cool for me
Yeah,
to
I'm going to
know.
do, there's four sections, and I'm going to give you an example with one of them. And then what I'm going to do to follow up is give you a 20-minute video that at your own pace and own time you can watch. And what I tell people is the actual session work comes from listening. I would love it if you wanted to watch that video and learn more, because that means you're interested in this topic and what we're doing, and that's great. You want to learn more about yourself. But as far as the actual getting the work in, it's the listening. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay. Because I know some people are all jazzed and they're going to watch that video and then they get busy and it's Thursday and they haven't yet. I know you fully intend to, so I'm going to give it to you, but and you can take it on your own time. But I'm also going to prep you with some information. And the other reason we send that video is I could talk and talk and talk right now for 20 minutes and you'd remember about 10% of it. So, and you wouldn't be able to do a rewind. Okay, so here is the
Oh,
actual readout in a graph form.
that F sharp is real.
It's off the charts. Yeah. Whatever that means, let's go find out.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So we're
love
going to
this.
come
This is
down
so
here.
cool.
Yeah. And when you open this up, it is going to give you some general information on what is inner voice and how does it work.
Very cool.
And at any point, let me come way back up here. Do you see right here?
Hmm.
I'm gonna click it. At any point on any screen in the AO scan, you can click the question mark and it's going to give you some more information.
Awesome.
Okay. And even a video oftentimes, and this one does. Not the same video I'm going to give you, but you can learn as much as you want. Okay, so we're going to go past this section. And here's it mentions
Hmm.
the glasses. And then it's just the same report, it's just the same graph again. Okay, so we're going to deal with the first one, B, that is showing up here as overcompensated. And anybody who is overcompensating in B, it has to do with this topic of low self-esteem versus self-accepting. So the positive emotions would be self-accepting, and they're showing you what those are. This isn't about you yet, but this is the general. What are the positive emotions that relate to being self-accepting? Well, self-accepting, deep
Yeah.
connection to your mother, deep sense of self-worth, willing to be nurtured in a healthy manner, self-accepting as of one's value and worth. And if we were to look at what negative emotions come with low self-esteem, this is what we deal with down here. Does it mean you're dealing with any of them, or you could be dealing with all of them to some degree? Okay, but when we get to the colors now, this is very much about Peggy. Okay. And so they want you to support this category of any realm of negative emotions you might have around this with wearing lime. And that would be strongly supporting joy, enthusiasm, creativity, success, change, balance, freedom, fascination, and expression. And then we look over at the emotions, and it's saying spiritual balance, emotional inertia, fear that bad will happen. You do not have to say yay or nay to whether you're feeling any of those. Sometimes people are like, whoa, this is spot on. And other times people are like, okay, I'll go with it. I will say that we like to see consistently looking at these because we're looking for patterns.
Yeah,
One particular reading does not tell us the whole world about you, and that's fine. Like vitamin K shows up in here under vitals. You know, we may never see vitamin K again, but if we did see it like 8 out of 10 times, it's trying to tell you something. Yeah. So you see under vitals, then we have fluorine, vitamin E, vitamin K, and then potential causes. Of course, we all have parasites. Some of these could be a close to thing, or it could be spot on. But again, it's one reading. We don't know for sure
sure.
yet if that's a real issue. And then imbalances and suggestions. A lot of these are common sense, right? But other ones are like, wow, you may not always see, consider a liver flush. If it's been a while since you've cleaned your liver, that may be, well, everybody should do that regularly anyway. But consider a liver detox program, consider chiropractic. I'm a big believer in chiropractic, so I think that should just be part of a maintenance program, but some people don't feel that way. So it may be leaning you towards, hey, you should look at chiropractic. And then you see with digestion what it's telling you. And then it's picking up on large intestine. And then it's the same story down here as far as how to read it. Positive and negative emotions around F sharps. That was the one that was the most overexpressed, if I remember right.
Let's see. Yeah, I think so. The green one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is in the category of angry versus accepting of change. It gives you, again, the general positive and negative emotions. And then we come down and it would say, let's wear red because we're going to support. And so that might be, since that's the most overexpressed, you might want to look at that one today. Strength, power, determination, passion, desire, and metabolism. All right. And then we see the emotions related to that. Your vitals, vitamin K is coming up again.
Yeah.
Parasites, are these repeats? Let's see.
Nope.
Toxoplasmosis. No, they're very different, aren't they? Okay. Do you have a dog by chance?
No, I wish I did.
Okay. I just wondered. I saw Canis and I was like, well, that relates to a dog.
Oh,
Okay. And then, so some information for the pancreas, nervous system, digestive system. And once again, it's like, the same story. We go down and overexpressing in D sharp, gold, we see what that would support. We take a look at the emotions, the vitals. So parasites is coming up pretty consistently in all three of them.
are there always parasites present?
Almost always, but it's unusual for me to see three, three, and three, right? Just parasites showing. And then we get down and we have two of them in the last one in the one where we're considered undercompensating with the
Okay.
magenta.
Yeah.
And then we have a food sensitivity show up. So maybe avoid white rice today.
That was so cool. Thank you so much for demonstrating that for me. I'm so excited to receive the files and listen to them before I go to sleep tonight.
Yes, and I will be looking forward to talking to you and seeing about how you're enjoying them because as we talked before, they are created just for you. Just all right. So if anybody would like to have their own inner voice session done, you can visit soundnotic.com and you can click on the homepage. There's a button. It says learn about your biofield. And then when you click that, it gives you an opportunity to sign up for a free session. And I'll just be gathering some information from you and being in contact with you.